Hey there. Now, what I want to teach you in this video is how I use my hands, my soft fists, and my forearms to do virtually any massage. Now, I'm going to show you the back massage. It'll be in your link below of the deep tissue myofascial massage course that I've got. And I just use this. I use doubled up hands, soft fists and forearms, and virtually never, and if you're doing this, stop using your thumbs. The only time you should be using your thumbs is virtually on top of each other, so they're supported, or beside each other, but otherwise, you do not want to be using your thumbs. They are small joints and they will get injured when you get busy because they're just not, and you don't need to use them, as I'm about to show you. So what I'm going to show you is how I use my hands doubled up. So if you're a small person or you're a person that's massaging big people, rugby players, these sorts of things, don't worry, because this massage style will be virtually effortless, because once you know how to use your hands, your fists, your forearms, it's going to feel not only fantastic for you, most importantly, but also it's going to feel incredible for your clients. And I go through this and I'll have a link below for the back sequence. Now, speaking of sequences, the number one thing for a massage therapist that they should have, the most important thing to become a successful massage therapist, and I struggled with this for years, is to have what? An unbelievable massage sequence. In other words, a full body massage that you should want people to coming back, and this is what we used to have in our spa, people saying, that is the best massage I've ever had. Not just, oh, that felt great. You want people, that's the standard I want you to have for yourself, that they are saying, that is the best massage I've had in my life. And you can only do that if you've got a great massage sequence and you're using your body correctly. So what I'm going to show you is how we just double up our hands so you're fully supported. We won't see thumbs circling or going up and down like this. So what I'm showing you is in this video, I'll show you from the course how we're going to use our hands. And you can do this in your hot stones, in your deep tissue, in your relaxation, for it to feel amazing for your clients and for you to do. So we'll do that, and we'll do soft fists and forearms, and I'll show you how to do it properly. So sit back. Oh, I always keep forgetting to do this. I'm supposed to do this apparently. If you like this content, please subscribe. I do believe it's called smash the like button if you like it. And also, please give me a feedback in the comments if you think what I'm saying is true, whether it works for you, your experience, all those sorts of things. Okay, so here we are. This is from my deep tissue myofascial massage course, and I'm going to show you how I use my hands throughout the entire massage. All right, so I want to just teach you what we're going to be doing as far as using our hands. Now, in this course, again, to make it super simple, you don't have to worry about having to try and remember, oh, what did you do next? It is that simple. And again, I'm going to give you a platform, a sequence that I really love, but I want you to make it your own, okay? Start with what I'm teaching you, but then because of its simplicity, you can just make a dance out of this. You can then do whatever on that, you don't have to do the same sequence as me, but with these techniques, you can just do what you want, as I'm about to show. So, to be easier on your body, we're going to pretty much all the time is double up our hands, okay? So they can be like this, locked to it, but not just one hand like this, okay? So when we're going to put pressure, and you'll see me throughout the course, you can put, so what we're doing here, so this is your massage hand, put this on here, it's going to support it, you get more depth into it, and you're not having to work these poor little fingers to try and get this pressure down. So what you'll see, and I want you to experiment with this, is using all parts of your hand, okay? So if you put the pressure on you want to put pressure through your fingers, we can work with the other hand on top of the fingers. But as I go throughout the course here, I might want to get more pressure. I want to drive this through my heel, or even the side here, go along and do the side. So whatever you want to put the pressure, now that might be through you've read down through the base of the thumb here, right across here. You might want to have broader through the whole hand over larger areas. But just think, when you're doing it, wherever you want to play, and play with this, please. So you might want to go up the leg or the arm, and you want to get the fingers because you want to scan. So when you're scanning, it's like when you first start trying to find tight muscles, if you want to be doing that, then use the pads of your fingers. So you can go up, and this hand is not gripping hard or anything. It's just literally leaning on top of it as you work through. And then you might want to come up and you want to do along here. So you put more weight onto that part, just help support. Same with this, put it at the base here. And then now you can do that. And like I said in the first part of the course, if you need to go back through, so we will be using a body weight, our weight transference, as opposed to standing still and doing this. If you're doing this, you are doing it completely wrong, okay? So, and again, if you need to go back and talk about, I think the lecture says why massage therapists don't last, or something like that, and what you should do instead. I think that's the title. So remember, if this is new to you now in the course, you need to go back as I show you how to use no movement at the elbows, shoulders, this sort of thing, especially when you start to use your forearms. Right, so doubled up, supported hands, brilliant. That's what we're going to be doing, and that will just make it so much easier. And again, we're not doing thumb work, this sort of thing. Right, now, so that's our sort of introductory stroke, and it's going to be super slow, as you'll see, and it will feel absolutely amazing for your client. So we're going nice and slowly, and then we're going to add more pressure. Okay, so we've introduced, because you would never just start with the forearm, it's just too deep, they have the person jumping off the table. So we start with that, just like any massage, an effortless stroke, this sort of thing, but we're not doing effortless like this sort of thing. We're not doing kneading, we're keeping the hands supported for deep tissue and keeping it slow. So then we're going to use soft fists. Right, because now we want to start getting deeper levels, don't we? So soft fists, we're using this part of the hand, okay? So not here, it's a nice flat soft fist, like that, okay? So if you want to get onto your leg, so remember, don't have your shoulders up, sink down, and when you want to put more pressure in, you sink your weight. You literally sink down, okay? So shoulders relaxed, no movement in here, it's not pushing down, there's no muscular effort as such, it is just literally using your body to sink down slowly as you gently, or not slowly move through those tissues, engaging the tissues and working. So we start off with double, just get that, introduce ourselves, but these are not light strokes as such. These are nice solid strokes, as you'll see throughout the course, and then we do the fist, and then for more pressure, now again, you don't have to go into forearms, but those broad areas feel so good. And I'm sure if you're a massage therapist, you know how good forearms feel. So then we're doing exactly the same thing. We're keeping the forearm out in front of us. Shouldn't be tucked back like this. It's going to be out in front. And it's not moving around like this. Excuse me. If you're moving around like this, you're doing it wrong. We want to keep this as static as possible. If there's any movement, it's minimal at best. And then same thing, you're going to use your body weight transfers, comes down. Now you'll see throughout the course, I might hold a hand for more support. And likewise, you'll see with the soft fists times, and I'll go through this, but I might even hold it. So if I want to use this fist and I'm doing down the leg, and what I'm doing is grabbing hold of that thumb, supported, it's controlled, and then work that like that as well. But you'll see that as we go through the course, all right? Back to the forearms. Now, the forearms, you've got a couple of positions. So if you're new to this, and especially new to using even as a massage therapist, you're new to using forearms, I suggest you have palm down. Why? Because palm down, you've got all the flexor muscles here. There's no bones come into play, okay? So you've got your ulnar, radius, but this is nice. And we're going to use this part, right? That part of the forearm is where you concentrate on, okay? So it's not down at the elbow. It's a nice broad here. So whether it's going up this way or going horizontally that way, you're still going to try and connect with that, okay? This sort of so 3 or 4 inches. Right. Now, if you want to put more pressure on, so the advantage of this is there's no bone, so if you're going over the shoulder blade, this sort of thing, going down and you accidentally sort of go over a bone like in front of the shoulder, this sort of thing, it's not going to be bone on bone. So speaking of bone on bone, if you were to have, so you want to put more pressure on, and you can guide this and work towards this. So when you have the thumb up, so that was horizontal palm, supinate, bring it up like this. Now you bring your ulnar into play. You can feel this bone here. So now with that, you can start working it's a more direct, but you've got to just be careful of going, if you clunk over a bony prominence, it's going to be uncomfortable for the client. But once you can use that, now get more pressure on. So if you needed more pressure, then that bone can come into play, and you can direct it nicely. It's a more narrow beam, if you will, as you could get through there, as opposed to this is much broader through here. Both feel fantastic, okay? So you can experiment with your hand position as you work through. And if you're really experienced, you can start, as you're working through, to give a completely different feel, is actually just turn this. This is sort of more advanced, but you could just do that if you want to just have a different sensation for your client. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, so just remember as we're going through, support your hand, play with different areas of that hand wherever you support it. You want more fingers in through there, then you're going to have a hand up around the fingers. You want to come down here, see what that feels like as we're starting to get more of this in here. See, using a whole broad area. Come down here, try the outside here. All of these things will feel slightly different, and it makes it more fun for you as well. And they're all going to feel incredible for your clients.